So the game is over. Tennessee with the loss against the Cleveland Browns. Second half, the Titans did play much better. We ended up outscoring them 28-3 in the second half. So I don't know what happened in halftime, but Cleveland came here, they were prepared. They did a heck of a job in the first half. And for some reason during this game, man, we had butterfingers, man. I'm talking about everybody was dropping passes. It just either they caught the ball and they dropped it, or they had the ball and we fumbled. We had 3 turnovers. Now, one of the interceptions, that's not on Tannehill. That's on Adam Humphries. But, again, butterfingers, right? But I think the turnovers is what did us in. I felt defensively, Cleveland's defense is right? I don't think they, per se, stopped us, but we couldn't stop them. That was the issue, especially in the first half. Baker Mayfield looked like Joe Montana out there. Jarvis Landry looked like Jerry Rice out there. So we got to get back to the drawing board. We need to just kind of look at it defensively, as we've been saying all season. If we don't get any better on defense, it's going to be hard for us to win any playoff game against anybody. So we need to tighten up. We need to improve, man. On to the show. Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast, Tennessee Titans Weekly. Jacques. I see your face, man. Saying the exact same thing, man. This was a bummer, as they say. Oh boy,
man. I mean,
Cleveland fans. I know we had Cleveland fans that make comments in our comment section for the preview game, and rightfully so. It's your team. Hey, do that, right? And maybe there was some underestimation of the Browns. I think, offensively, Cleveland came to play ball and to let us know, like, hey, we're 8-3 too. It's not just we're not 8-3 as a joke. Like, we're here. Defensively, they can be exposed on a lot of things, but Cleveland came in prepared, man. We were not prepared on defense.
Right.
Okay, we were not, and we didn't execute. Kevin Byard said that as well. He said they didn't communicate. It showed.
So I've noticed with teams we played this year, the Titans is the team that's the hot team to beat. Any team is going to come in here and know, hey, we can beat the Titans, right, on defense, okay? Offense, you're going to have a hard time. Right. It's going to be tough trying to beat the Titans on offense, and they know
Facts,
that.
No paper.
But every team's going to come in and know, hey, the Titans, because of their defense, is not that good. And I think the Browns knew that. They were like, hey, we have the offensive power to beat them on defense. Offense, maybe not, because Browns fans, hey, shout out to y'all for winning the game. Offense is it's sort of like us. Offense is a playoff offense. Defense, y'all have a nice defensive line, but other than that, that's all I can say. Linebackers are suspect. The secondary is super suspect.
Very suspect.
Super suspect. I mean, when I was watching the game, the Titans offense, and I this is the thing. This is ironically and weird to say. I didn't worry about offense coming into this game because how easily we were able to march down the field. And remember in our preview show, Hulk, what did we say? We said this should be a big game for Corey Davis, A.J. Brown, and Tannehill.
Yep.
Not so much Derek because everybody's jockeying for Derek, right?
Right.
No pun intended. But I seen with the Titans was able to march down there and quickly too in the second half, 6 minutes. 6 minutes, 2 touchdowns scored. Cleveland, you have a problem, okay? Cleveland, we got a problem.
Yep.
Offensively, you guys, you're fine. You'll be okay, right? Defensively is where it comes into play and it's going to hurt you guys going into playoffs. Because when you got to go up against Kansas City, when you got to go up against the Bills, when you got to go up against the Dolphins, when you got to go up against the Raiders, and Ravens too, those games are going to be close. And just looking at what we've seen today, we know what we got in Tennessee. We know our defense is trash, okay? With 3-13 on defense, 13-3 on offense.
Absolutely. That's
same
fact.
Same thing with Cleveland. Cleveland, your offense is solid. You got maybe like a 10-6, 11-5 offense, defense. Besides Myles Garrett, trash, okay? I will say that. You'd be like, well, we can contain Derrick Henry. That's cool. But you shouldn't allow the Titans, if we're that bad, to march down on you and almost come back. That's the crazy thing about it.
Exactly.
One of my homeboy was saying, he was like, man, he said, Cleveland don't know how to finish. He said, and I
don't
cut the game off and cut it back on. I was like 35-41. I was like, what is this?
Yeah. I'm
like, you don't do nothing like this. So the Cleveland fans, I would be worried, especially if you got to go up against KC. Good luck.
Yep.
So, Hawk.
Yes, sir.
So, we know we lost the game.
Yep, we did, man. Whew.
How did we lose the game, or what was your opinion of the reasons we lost the game? Go ahead.
So I was at the game, saw it full color, see the whole thing, and was in disbelief on how bad we played in the second quarter in particular. We gave up 28 points in one quarter to Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield had 4 touchdowns in the first half. Okay, Baker Mayfield, I was like, is this Joe Montana that I'm seeing here? I was in shock. I was like, is Higgins and Peoples Jones and Jarvis Landry, Jerry Rice, John Taylor, and these guys? So when I was at the game, I didn't get a chance to really eat any food because I was so much into the game. So when I left, I was kind of hungry and then we lost. So I needed some inspiration. I was like thinking like just a snack or something to eat on before I get home and eat dinner, man. So I ended up going to the store and getting me a Butterfinger. Okay, a Butterfinger. Now, how come that would be an inspiration for me, right? Well, look at all the drops. Look at all the fumbles that we had, right? Our defense stunk. Yes, that's why we lost. On offense, we did a really good job on offense and moving the football, but we had other opportunities to score more points. Derrick Henry with the fumble, Adam Humphries with the terrible drop, A.J. Brown dropping the ball everywhere. I mean, the ball was just on the ground uncharacteristically, right? So we had Butterfingers the whole game on offense. And even on defense, we had probably butter feet because we couldn't cover anybody deep, okay? It's just a fact. Our defense did not show to come up to play. The Cleveland Browns offense was prepared. They were coached very well. Their offensive scheme was great. Now, I know Cleveland only scored 3 points in the second half, and maybe that's another discussion we'll talk about in this show. Is it did Cleveland lay it down to say, hey, we know we won this game, or did the Titans fiercely come back to beat them and stop them on defense? But again, I think our defense did not come to play. We were undisciplined. We had penalties uncharacteristically. We had people with, personal fouls with Jeffrey Simmons, Rashawn Evans. Like, come on, guys. Come on, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, when you look at the penalties, the Browns actually had more penalties than us. We had bigger penalties in bigger spots. And so that's why we lost this game. We did not do well on defense as we have in all season. We don't have a pass rush. We know that. We've accepted it just like I've accepted that I have no hair on the top of my head. It's accepted. I don't know what we're going to do. Our defense is really bad. And it showed against the Browns. Baker Mayfield was jumping and dancing. Hey, Cleveland came to play on offense. Much respect to the Browns. On offense, they came to play. Their defense is another story. So what about for you, man? I'm gonna eat this Butterfinger because they're inspiring me right now to do this, man. Yeah, man.
It looks good. I mean, the defense, we've accepted it. And I think Vrabel, I seen on TV, Vrabel's over there with his head shaking down, and he's down. And it's one of those things where when I'm looking at Vrabel, I'm like, dude, this is mostly your fault, okay? This is your fault because you didn't bring in a defensive coordinator to put these guys in a position to be successful, right?
Facts. No paper, sir.
Like, that is your fault. That ain't nothing but your doing because you didn't want to go out and get a defensive coordinator. We don't have a pass rush. We haven't had a real pass rush since 2008, right? I mean, really. We skated in the playoffs without a pass rush last year. We've been doing it. I mean, Casey's always had 9 sacks. At least Casey is able to put pressure on the quarterback. But how much do we miss Logan Ryan? How much do we miss Wesley Woodyard? How much do we miss Casey, right? Those are leaders. Those why it's so uncharacteristic of how it's been lately on defense with the penalties. We don't have no leader on defense. Byard, we can say Byard, quote unquote, but Byard's playing out of position. You see what I'm saying? So today, I mean, big ups to the Cleveland offense just to come down and have the energy, right? Remember I told you it's all about energy. Every team that's played the Titans has had that energy. They know, hey, we can beat the Titans. We can come in here and beat them because in their mind, the Titans are not that good on defense, okay?
Yep.
Offense, a different story. Now, we're going to talk about that in a minute. But on defense, the Titans are trash, okay? 3-13 trash, okay? And I can accept it. It is what it is. We're just going to have to roll with it. You know what I mean? If we get in the playoffs, we're going to have to listen people. I say if we get in the playoffs, we're just going to have to accept it, right?
Yep.
Big ups to the offense, at least coming back in the second half and making it a game. With Baker Mayfield, put up the numbers and stats that he did today. I mean, literally, man. I mean, you can't dial up no more. You can't dial up a better game, dog. You see what I'm saying? I mean, literally, Nick Chubb, Baker Mayfield had what, 330 yards, 4 touchdowns. Okay, 4 touchdowns, dog. 4. Okay.
Yep.
In the first half.
First half.
Now he's thrown 5. He's thrown 5 this year. He's thrown 5 this year, but 4 in the first half, not bad, right? Nick Chubb, 80 yards, 1 touchdown. We kept him in, babe. That's good. 80, just like saying keeping Derrick Henry at 80 yards and 60 yards like he did today. Harold Landry, not Harold Landry. Rashawn Higgins got 95 yards, like you said. Peoples-Jones 92. Jarvis with 62. Serviceable, right? Not bad.
No.
Tells me defense can't stop nobody. Borders, the play with Borders, the busted coverage, right? Why is Byard and Vaccaro not playing in position? Why are they not playing in their safety position? Why am I leaving him one-on-one on the outside? That's what happens when you don't have a defensive coordinator. You can't spot those things if I'm the head coach or the linebackers coach and I'm trying to make adjustments and I'm like, hey, well, just go out there and do something, right? Well, coach, there's nobody here. Borders is he's not that type of corner, right? He's a zone corner, pure zone corner. They can play man sometimes, right? So with this game, it's a tale of 2 halves. First half, defense didn't wake up, couldn't do nothing, kept the offense off the field. Key turnovers at the wrong time. The Derrick Henry fumble. King don't fumble a lot, right? The 4th and 1. Hey, I like the call.
Yep.
I like the call because
he had it.
Gets that 9 times out of 10.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought he had it too. That's the refs. I go back to and I don't like to put everything on the referees, but I think the referees called a bad game this game. Okay, that was a first down. Looking at it on TV, that was a first down. Yep. But hey, to each his own, right?
Yep.
Then the 3rd and 1, the 3rd down, the 3rd and 1, you throw it to an offensive lineman. I don't like that. Okay.
Yep.
I know you're trying to get tricky with it. I understand, but you're blowing your opportunities. But just imagine if we were able to go down there and score on that first drive. What momentum could have came out of this, right? This drive, because, hey, at this point, our offense has to keep up points, okay? Then we go to the second half. Hey, offense is starting to roll. Defense can't stop nobody. Like you said, Hawk, that Butterfinger looking really good, ain't it?
Yep.
Hey, key drops at the wrong time. Adam Humphries.
Yep.
What are you doing, bro?
Yep.
We're paying you too much money. Too much money to not to be out here making plays like that. So key drops, the defense, not having a pass rush, which we've accepted it. And people don't understand pass rush helps the secondary. We're putting too much money in secondary to where, hey, we're asking them to do a lot. We're asking a secondary player to, hey, guard your man for 30 seconds. 30 seconds in the NFL is a long time. Hell, guarding a man 30 seconds is a long time, right? Somebody got to make a play. So for me, Hawk, that's the reason why we lost this game, man. Not executing, not taking advantage of opportunities, dropping balls, turnovers, defense, not executing when they need to execute. So that's for me, man. I mean, I'm sick of it, dog.
So to add to that, man, what play do you feel was the most crucial play or plays as to why we lost this game?
So I told you earlier, I was going to say the Derrick Henry fumble. But I'm not going to do that to Henry. I'm not going to do that to him. It was the Adam Humphrey Butterfinger catch, right?
Yep.
Because if Adam Humphrey would have caught that ball, and imagine if we would have got a touchdown right there, all of a sudden, the tides turn. We're up 28 in the 3rd quarter. Hey, then you put us in a position where we possibly can come back and win this game. But just for that ball that he dropped, and it was picked off, that was the crucial play of the game because then it puts you super behind. Because at that point, I think it was still 38-21. And then they were able to execute, go down there and get a field goal. Game over, right? Per se. So what about you, Hawk?
Yeah, I was going to say that as well, too. I think the A.J. Brown fumble was big, too, man, because we were driving the ball.
Talking about after half?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. And, that was a huge fumble. And, here's the thing, too. There's so many mistakes that happen. I think the biggest mistake, man, was from our defense. Our defense, in the first half, 30 minutes of football, the Cleveland Browns had the football for 22 minutes. We had the ball for 8 minutes. It didn't feel like we was on offense at all. And then on the second half, the tables turn when we had the ball a lot longer. And what did we do? We scored 28 points in the second half to their 3 points. So the fact in the first half that our defense didn't make big plays, we couldn't stop them on third down, it was unbelievable. Third down, just left and right, just they got it. It could have been 3rd and 1, 3rd and 12, 3rd and 25, 3rd and 55. They was going to make the first down, and that's what they did. And so that kept the game going, especially in the second quarter. As I stated, the Cleveland Browns scored 28 points in one quarter. 28 points in one quarter. Again, our defense didn't make any plays in the first half. They didn't really make it in the second half either. We just contained them, right? But you know how many sacks we had this game, ladies and gentlemen? 0, 0, 0, right? How many interceptions did we have? 0, 0, right? The one fumble we had was through Baker Mayfield, trying to dive in for the first down. And what happened? We picked up the ball, and what did we do a few plays later? We scored. You score on turnovers, and we had 3 on our end. That's why we lost the game. We had turnovers. You can't win. You have 3 turnovers. The other team has 1. You're gonna lose. 99% of the time, you're gonna lose. And there were so many mistakes that were made in the first half and just put us too much in a hole. It is what it is. The Breon Borders play was a bad coverage. Bad coverage on Breon. He bit and pew, boom, right? And I told Jacques when I was at the game, I saw it before it happened. I was like, man, that whole side of the field, there's nothing but Breon Borders and Peoples-Jones out there. That's not a good look. Because Byard and Vaccaro were coming down like linebackers. I was like, he's out there by himself before the ball was even snapped. And he went back, chop, 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 boom. Done. 72 yards, touchdown. So time of possession was the problem. Those were the crucial mistakes. We didn't make any plays on defense, man.
All right.
Yep.
All right. I like it. So, Hawk, let me ask you this.
Yes.
How do we overcome from a loss like this?
Well, I think
can it be done?
Yes, it can. Our defense is what it is. Do I expect them to play much better? They've had moments of playing better. Over the past several weeks, they've played better. You know what I'm saying? I think for the Titans, it's all about how they start. We start early. We score early. We're probably going to win the game. In the first 3 possessions of a game, we're not showing any life. We're done, okay? And I think the defense feeds off that energy, as you state, Jacques, energy. And so for us, yes, we can overcome these things. We can. It's just a matter of how we start, okay? And especially on defense. We have to have turnovers. And here's the thing I've been saying too. This really sucks what I'm going to say, but our defense hopes and prays for turnovers. They play on that factor. I'm like, I hope they get a turnover. That's the only way we're going to win this game. It shouldn't be like that, right? You should have a defense that can hold them down. When it's 3rd and 15, man, they about to punt. And with this Titans team, when it's 3rd and 15, I'm still like, man, they still might make the first down. It's like, dude, look, their 3rd down defense up to by 3 weeks ago was on pace for being the worst 3rd down defense in the history of the NFL. So we're not making this up. This is a fact. And so when you're looking at, our players on defense, I mean, they could try to turn the tide, but it's going to take a lot of luck on our defense in order to turn this. Our offense is ready. Our offense is good enough to make it far in the playoffs, if not the Super Bowl. That's how good our offense is. But our defense is really that bad. So because our offense is so good and we can keep our defense off the field on some games, yes, our confidence can be there. But I don't know, man. It's waning, man. I can't say we can guarantee to beat anybody because of our defense. Just being honest, man. So, what about for you, sir?
And I agree. Look at it, how this team is built. This team is built offensive heavy, right? We made an overhaul this offseason in defense, right? We got rid of our team captain and Jarrell Casey, a leader. Wesley Woodyard was not signed back, a leader. And then we decided to play Jadeveon Clowney all this money and didn't want to play Logan, a leader, right? Look what Logan's doing with New York, okay? They just beat the Seahawks, okay, guys? That feeds off of energy, okay? You don't hear the mantra no more, my man can't catch no balls, MCB. Right? Remember that. You don't hear that no more.
No, you don't.
You don't hear that no more. You don't hear it no more. Wait, where is it at, right? You don't hear that confidence anymore. This happens when you don't get a defensive coordinator, okay, people? And we, at this point, we are who we are. These next 4 games can be scary, guys, because right now in our head, we're guaranteed. In our head, we are guaranteed we're going to the playoffs, right?
Yep.
Guys, this ain't no guarantee.
No.
Okay? We can lay a goose egg and go and lay these last 4 games because of our defense. Right?
Sir. That's right.
I mean, literally, we have to stop and think. And I've seen some Titans fans on Facebook and even Instagram say, well, why are you Titans fans always complaining about this and that? No, it's not complaining. It's just being realistic and knowing what you have, right? If I'm on my job and I'm messing up and I just don't have the tools to be successful, what am I doing, right?
Right. Yeah.
Same thing with the defense. I mean, Bayer on that touchdown to Landry, I looked at Landry. Landry literally went around. The route was beautiful. He went around Butler. Butler slipped. 9 times out of 10, Bayer, back when we had a defensive coordinator, back on his rookie season or season 2 or 3, Bayer was so rangy, he would take away those throwing lanes from Baker Mayfield.
That's right.
And Baker throw it, interception. Bayer's gone, right? Bayer's not playing off of instinct anymore.
No,
he's
not.
lost. He's reverted back to – I don't know, man. It's weird to see him just digress like this. Even with Rashaan Evans being playing undisciplined and playing at a level like, hey, you're not playing right. So this defense, to me, lacks a defensive coordinator and leadership.
Facts.
Because leadership, what'll happen if we down, we struggling? Hey, guys, come on. Keep your head up. Hey, let's play our ball. Let's play our game. People in the comments, name me one leader on this defense right now that's stepping up to be a leader, that's taking accountability, right? Ain't nobody taking accountability. Looking, go back to your point, Hawk. When they do get a turnover, it almost looks like how we look. We like, man, we got a turnover, guys. We got a turnover. Even when we stop them on third, when they stop somebody on third down, they're just as shocked as we are. They like, we just stopped somebody on third down. It was 3rd and 17. You're thinking, oh, Titans got this. No, throw in the middle to the tight end Hooper. Boom, who's right there? Vaccaro Bayer. Right in the same vicinity. Maybe it's a personnel change. Maybe some guys need to light a fire. I mean, we talked about this. It's ironic because we talked about this when we had Mariota. Hey, what's going to make them good? What's going to make them great? Light a fire on them. Hey, Bayer, you're not playing your best ball. We might have to light a fire under you, bro. We're paying you too much money to come out here and be average.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
So to overcome a loss like this, like you said, Hawk, every Titans fan know you come out and you run the ball. If I see Derrick Henry, if this is crazy, if I see Derrick Henry get a 15-yard run, I know it's going to be a long day for that team because Derrick's about to cut up. If I see Tannehill, A.J. Brown connect for a 20-yard pass, I know it's going to be a long day, right?
Yep.
I felt it. I said, offenses, man, they here. We about to get this thing.
Yep.
But the defense, you look at the defense, and you're like, I don't know what I'm going to get out of you guys today. One thing they are consistently doing, they consistently sucking. They consistently being bad. I'm glad for it, right? It's a tale of two teams. This team over here, offense, consistently doing their thing. They might have an off day here or there. We can't ask the offense to be great all the time. But then you got the defense who consistently sucks, okay? And there are conversations. Park, when you play ball, I play ball. You know when the offense is not doing good, you know the defense, we back in the back talking about they suck, they trash. We tired of pulling their weight. We tired of doing this, right? We always going to have their back. But, hey, y'all need to get it together. So just to how you overcome a loss like this, Hawk, we got Jacksonville next week, but that's not guaranteed. So it's literally offense. We have to rely on the offense. We have to rely on the offense to get us to the promised land. And we can't just put that monkey on their back because the offense is always not going to be there to save us, right? It switched. Last year, the defense always bailed the offense out. Now we're asking the offense to bail the defense out. So, yeah, bro.
Yep. So you were speaking on the Jags. So we have 4 more games left. Next game is Jacksonville, AFC South. We have the Detroit Lions, who some people want Matt Patricia to be hired as our D coordinator for this year, who just got fired.
I'll take
the Lions. I would too. I would take my mom at this point, man, to be the somebody to be the defensive coordinator, man. Somebody to help some. Right. The Green Bay Packers and the Houston Texans. So in these last 4 games, we got to win. We got to win some games here. To guarantee ourselves a playoff spot, especially this Jags game. How confident are you, man, in these last 4 games? I mean, given how we've been playing over the past 4 or 5 weeks, as inconsistent as you can get, how confident are you in the Titans finishing out this season?
Well, first I want to say welcome back to the Inconsistent Titans. Hey, we're back. We're back, guys. Okay, we're back.
Like T-shirt tags.
Hey, we back. We back. Looking at these last 4 games, looking at the Jags game. The Jags are playing like they don't have nothing to lose. They're playing every team to the wire. They played Cleveland to the wire last week. With mad respect. But the last 4 games, we can lose these 4 games. We can win these 4 games. It just happens to what team shows up. Does the team show up? What the team that when we played the Ravens and the Colts show up, or does the team that played today show up? Right, people, we gotta win our division. If we want to get in the playoffs, we gotta win our division. If we don't win our division, we're not going in the playoffs, guys. Okay, we're not. Okay, so in order for us to get these 4 games, if it was me, I wouldn't mind. And me and Hawk had us going 11-5. If need be, drop the 2 NFC games and win your division. You win those 2 games, we're good. But next week, that's a must-win game. This game next week and the last game, the Texans game, is a must-win because that puts you ahead in the division, right?
Yep.
Confidence, if I got to rate it on a scale from 1 to 10, my confidence level right now is a 5, bro.
Yep.
It's a 5. Literally, it's a 5. It was a 6 a couple of weeks ago. It's a 5 now. And not anything. It's not fair to our offense to say that because our offense is doing what they're supposed to do. This is a package deal. It's our defense that is not stepping up to the plate and executing and making plays. So for these next 4 games, it's crucial. Confidence-wise, I'm at a 5, man.
A 5. Okay.
Like literally, any of these games can go either way. If this was 2 weeks ago and we let me say it. If this was a game we just beat the Colts and we playing the Jags, my confidence would be high. I'm like, okay, this is a team that's struggling. This is a team we can put up points against. But right now, 5. If we can beat the Jags, I'm okay. If we win these last 4 games and with a dominant fashion, we're okay. I told Hawk this earlier when you called me earlier. I told him, I said, this is the game, the Cleveland game is going to determine if we're going to go from great to elite. Right now, we stuck at great. Okay? And Cleveland is a good team. Don't get me wrong. Cleveland is a good team. It's good to lose against good teams, right? But like I said, the mistakes, we said it earlier. And also, Cleveland fans, I'm going to say this too. If we do happen to see y'all in the playoffs, it's going to be a different game, okay?
Yep.
I've always said this about Vrabel. Like, we criticize Vrabel, but I give Vrabel credit. He don't make the same mistake twice. So remember, this will be a different game next time we see y'all, and if we do see y'all in the playoffs. And I think the Titans play better on the road. So these next couple of games being on the road, I'll take it. Matter of fact, play all these rest of these games on the road. Don't come to Nissan Stadium with this crap. And also, cold blue, I keep seeing the fans saying all cold blue games we lose. So no more cold blue games.
I know, no more. I agree with that. I totally agree, man. No more cold blue. The whole stadium was filled with cold blue because that was the game colors today. Man, yeah, take that. I like how they look now. The cold blues is clean.
They're cold?
But, yeah, they are. But yeah.
They don't help us up here?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't, man. So for my confidence level in the last 4 games. So this is how we have to look at this as Titan fans. So I was talking to my brother. And he was telling me, man, you realize with the AFC North, we're 1-3, okay? But the only game that we won was the Baltimore Ravens. We've lost to the Bengals, the Steelers, and now the Browns. Meaning that the Steelers and the Browns, well, not the Ravens, but the Steelers and Browns, if they went out and win enough of their games to make the playoffs, they would be ahead of us, regardless. They would have the tiebreaker, right? So this is why we have to win our division to win to get in the playoffs. It's of the utmost importance to win our division. Now, when I look at these defenses that we're about to face, and now I would have included the Browns because the Browns defense is middle of the pack. So they're not terrible, but you can definitely pass on them. But look at Corey Davis today. Corey Davis had 182 yards receiving. 11 catches, man. A.J. Brown had 21 yards a catch, right? Ryan Tannehill almost had 400 yards passing, 389 yards, okay? So the Browns really focused in on Derrick Henry today, who had 60 yards on 15 carries. Okay, so they put their efforts on to Derrick Henry. So this lets me know offensively we could switch at any time. You want to stop our run game? We'll pass on you. You want to stop our passing game? We'll run on you. So again, very high confidence in our offense. But you're looking at Jacksonville. You're looking at the Detroit Lions. You're looking at the Green Bay Packers. You're looking at the Houston Texans. All 4 teams we can run on. All 4 teams we can pass on. Okay? Seriously. So my confidence level is pretty good. I hate to say like, is it an 8 or 9? Because every time I think that, that's when we lose, right? And sometimes when I don't have that expectation, we win that game, right? So I'm at a 6. And the reason why I say a 6 is based on the 4 teams that we play, we should be favored to win all 4 except for the Green Bay game. We should be favored to win these games. The problem is on defense, man. Again, we got Aaron Rodgers. We got Deshaun Watson. We got Matt Stafford. These boys is gonna be ready. They're gonna be licking their chops. These are prime quarterbacks, especially Aaron Rodgers and Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson always gives us problems, and I know fans might not agree with this, and that's okay. I've been saying it for the past 2 to 3 seasons. The best player in the AFC South is Deshaun Watson. It's Deshaun Watson. I'll take a quarterback over a running back any day. Okay, so I think that's going to be the issue for us as to why I can't say an 8 or 9. But we should win these games. We should. We should, because they can't stop the run. They don't have the front 4 like the Cleveland Browns do, okay? They don't have a Myles Garrett out there, okay? We should be able to do that, especially against Houston and especially against the Jags. We have to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. We have to win this game, okay? So Titan fans, Titan players, y'all got to tighten up, man. Because, hey, we're in the 4th quarter of the season, and it's time to put up or shut up if you're trying to win the Super Bowl. Right now, we're not winning the Super Bowl because of our defense.
No,
we're not. So, no Super Bowl in that regard. So, we're going to have to really step it up, man. So, yep.
Back to that point, man. That's a great point, bro.
Yep.
Like, no Super Bowl. Like, not right now. I'm not comfortable with us even talking about the Super Bowl. We have to get in the playoffs first, and that should be our focus. Is to win, like, you winnable games. We should win all 4 games. Will it happen? No, but we should. And Cleveland fans, I'm gonna say this about you guys' team. Now, like I say this at every show. We know your team, right? Like me and Hawk said, your offense. And we've said this about your offense for years. Cleveland's offense is going to be dope, right? Baker Mayfield's out here throwing 3 touchdowns. But something about the AFC North that I've noticed, Hawk, is what teams have they really played that's over 500, right? What teams really, okay? And this is what happens when you in a pandemic per se. And this is where preseason comes into play. Preseason is very important because you get the kinks out, right? But Cleveland fans, when I look at your team, I have a lot of respect for your offense. But your defense, it has y'all need to work on that. Besides Myles Garrett, who's a playmaker, Sheldon Richardson too. I give Sheldon Richardson credit too because I like him too. I wanted the Titans to pick him up. But
Oliver Vernon's pretty good too.
Hey, Vernon's too, right? But just to look at it, the defense, that's what's holding y'all back, and that's what's going to hold y'all back. Good luck against Pittsburgh. Even good luck against the Ravens because the people are counting the Ravens out. And shout out to Engraving. I checked out his video. I'm not counting the Ravens out, okay? I'm not counting them out by a long shot. But Cleveland fans, good win against us. That's good. You did it against a Titans defense that's just But just know, if we see you guys again in the playoffs, and we told the Colts fans this, we see you again, it's not going to be the same result. If we see you again, Cleveland, buckle your chin strap up because it's not going to be the same result.
Right.
Get ready.
Yep. Totally agree, man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that ends the show, folks. Thank you again for watching the show and also watching us on Instagram as we went live, showing a lot of plays while they were going on. So we appreciate that as well. Want to mention, as far as merchandise, we do have merchandise that we are currently having online. that you can actually get on Teespring. You can definitely check us out for hoodies, masks, socks, you name it. We got it. Okay. As well, if you want to contact us, please give us a contact at TennesseeTitansWeekly@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, as I was mentioning, at Tennessee Titans Weekly, and on Twitter, where Twitter was popping today, Titans at Titans Weekly 24/7.
Also, we do have, like I said, another sponsor in the last video called WeVans. If you ever needed a website built, any application created, if you want to get your digital marketing up, hey, hit up WeVans, W-E Vans. Literally, got all your software development needs, consulting, everything. Hit them up. We'll put the information in the video. Also, like, share, subscribe, cut your notification bells on, because that definitely tells you when you get any content from Tennessee Titan Weekly, you'll get a notification. And also, like I said earlier, share the video. Your auntie, your uncle, your cousin, your dog, your cat. And also share it to a Cleveland fan. Share it to an NFL fan. Because we know your team. And we're going to speak facts about your team if you like it or if you don't. So tighten up.
Tighten up. So I'm going to eat this Butterfinger. Hopefully this be the last time we talk about Butterfingers. So when this is done and finished, we ain't having no more for the season for the Titans, man. Catch the football. Hold on to the football, Tennessee. So we will see you later. Tighten up, ladies and gentlemen. See you for the pregame for the Jags game.
Get to them Jags, man.
Yes, sir.